Hello, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to review the Culture Amp 360 overview. My name is Roos Takken, and I'm a People Business Partner here at GitLab. Over this video, I will talk about the 360 review process and how we use it here at GitLab. So first, quick introduction. 360 feedback is an opportunity where managers, direct reports, and cross-functional team members will give each other feedback. This is about investing in each other to help our team members succeed and grow while also receiving valuable feedback for your own development. Let's have a quick look at the agenda for this meeting. We will be covering all these points, starting with explaining why we do 360 reviews. So the feedback obtained in a 360 review can be used for organizational growth, team member development, and your personal individual growth. Let me review 5 benefits for team members from an increased self-awareness to development of your skills. So one of the most important benefits to a team member receiving 360-degree feedback is increased self-awareness. Participants are given a complete report that includes their strengths and areas for improvement. This gives the team member insights in their behavior and into how they are perceived by others in the organization. A deeper understanding is reached when the individual compares their self-assessment with those of the reviewers. A balanced view. So 360 feedback reviews are useful to the team member as they provide a well-rounded and balanced view of their skills and behaviors. In this review, feedback isn't just given from an individual manager, but also from a variety of people in the organization. This provides a fair and more accurate picture to the team member. Leveraging strengths. So 360 reviews are key to identifying team member strengths. Unearthing strengths is important for acknowledgement and also for personal development. Identifying strengths in a particular competency allows for the creation of a tailored development and training plan. Developing strengths is important for team member career growth and for GitLab's effectiveness. 4, so uncovering blind spots. As a 360 review gives multi-reviewer feedback, it allows the team member to uncover blind spots in their own behavior. This enables the team member to understand the behaviors that they are exhibiting, but never notice themselves. 5, developing skills. So maybe the most important aspects of 360 reviews are that they give individuals a starting point for the development of new skills and behaviors. This includes building on current strengths and developing new skills. The 360 process gives individual ownership of their own improvements through a creation of customized development plans. This encourages individual accountability and gives team members control of their own career paths. Taking the general role in their own development also increases engagement of team members in the feedback process. All of these things and 360 review process tie directly into the GitLab's core values of collaboration, efficiency, and transparency. So let's take a look at the process overview. I'm going to run through this right now, but after we will dive into each steps and give examples. So first, when we launch the 360 review process, team members will be asked to select reviewers. After the reviewers are selected, managers have the ability to go into Culture Amp and add and remove selected reviewers. There's 1 week in total to complete the selection of reviewers via Culture Amp. After a week, we're launching the surveys. This means that all reviewers and team members are asked to complete a self-review and provide feedback to whom they have been nominated by. There's approximately 2 weeks to complete all reviews. After 2 weeks, the feedback will be captured in a report, shared with the manager, and who will then share it again with the team member. The team member and the manager after will discuss the report over a one-on-one or a meeting. So first about the survey. So the survey allows you to give feedback. It has 4 focus areas, which covering strengths, improvement areas, general feedback, and for people manager feedback. So what's expected from participating team members? So as a participating team member, we would ask you to select reviewers, complete a self-review, provide feedback to peers and your manager, and ultimately discuss to receive feedback and the report with your manager. So when we launch the survey or when we launch this process, you will receive an email asking you to identify your reviewers. Follow the steps and it will walk you through the process. During the survey period, you do have the option to uninvite or invite new reviewers. All the emails and invites will come via CultureAmp to your GitLab inbox. So please note that the manager and coaches have the ability to add additional reviewers to the team members' feedback or review reviewers. Best practice would be to communicate any changes to the team member via Slack. So, who would you have to include as a reviewer? It is recommended that you nominate 7 to 10 of your coworkers to provide feedback. This should include your manager, your direct reports, if you have some, your team members, and peers that you would have direct interaction with on an ongoing basis. Remember, you want to hear honest feedback. To select reviewers you know who will provide you meaningful data. The team members and their managers can work together on both positive and constructive feedback to create a development plan. So this slide shows you the screen, how you can select reviewers, as well as what it looks like when you have completed it and are ready for survey launch. After the survey is launched, please check the relevant dates on top of this page, and then you can see when you're invited to complete a self-review and give feedback to others. This is what an invite to a self-review looks like. So if you click on the button, Complete Self-Review, it will again take you to CultureAmp where you can complete the self-review. Here you see an overview of what a self-review looks like, where you can indicate your strengths and opportunity or improvement areas. Once you select reviewers, they will be sent the following example email. You will also receive this email if you're nominated by other GitLab team members, and the email will again come from CultureAmp. Please note that the links provided to CultureAmp are specific to you, so you cannot share those emails or links. So you've been asked to give feedback. On this slide, you see 5 great tips on receiving or on giving 360 feedback. Best practice is to set aside time on your calendar to provide feedback so you're not rushed or distracted. This doesn't have to be an hour-long activity, so set aside 20, 30-minute blocks of your time to focus and provide effective feedback for your team members. If you stick to these 5 tips, it will help you guide through the process more efficiently and deliver the most impactful feedback to your team member. It's also important to know that you do not have to complete every request that was sent to you. For example, if you had 20 requests, it might not just be feasible to complete all 20. If you can, great, but if you can't, review the request and prioritize those feedback based on the reviewers. Please know the results will not be anonymous. However, all reviewers will be listed in 3 categories: manager, direct reports, and coworkers. So it will not be anonymous if, for example, you only have 1 manager, and therefore any feedback received would be in this category and tied back to that 1 reviewer. The same could be for direct reports. If you only have 1, again, you will be able to tie that feedback to that team member. However, if you have 10 coworkers listed as reviewers, no feedback will be directly linked back to that reviewer. This is what a report will look like based off the reviewers. So here you can see how many managers, coworkers, and direct reports gave feedback to you. This is a slide where it's grouped. So you see, for example, on the bottom of this page where there was feedback and it was given by direct reports. So then you can see this feedback was provided by direct reports, but not by whom it was provided. So now that team members are completing feedback about themselves, their manager and their peers, what is expected from managers going forward? So we have the same expectations as for all team members, as for managers, but especially we ask for managers to discuss the feedback about team members with their team members, and send out the reports at the end of the cycle. So CultureAmp gives the ability to assign coaches to each team member. At GitLab, managers will be assigned as a coach for their direct reports. And once the survey closes, managers should send out the results of the survey to the team member, preferably within 48 hours. Managers should then, within the next 14 days, schedule time or use an already existing one-on-one to review the feedback with the team member. Again, as a reminder, the team member coach does not have to be prepared for the meeting when they send the results, but of course they have to prepare for the meeting when they actually have the meeting. Once the manager or coach sends the survey results to the team member, you will receive this email from Culture Amp pointing you to your survey results. So if you click on View Your 360 report, you will be able to see your data. So finally, we encourage all team members to review the guidance on feedback page in the handbook. As we close out the overview of the 360 process, we ask managers to discuss feedback with their report and their team members. Managers sharing the 360 feedback is an opportunity to help guide, mentor, and support your team members with valuable feedback. Essential would be to help and provide next steps and follow up to your direct reports and team members. For all team members, we will recommend following the training on receiving feedback, as sometimes we recognize feedback is hard. So be open and remain calm. Be open-minded to the fact that others may see something that you do not. Even if you do not agree with the criticism, others may be seeing something that you are not even aware of. So we talked about this in the beginning, uncovering blind spots. If they say that you are negative or overbearing and you do not feel that you are, well, you might be, and you might not be able to see it. Allow for the fact that others might be right and use that possibility to look within yourself. Try to maintain the mental model that feedback is a gift. It is data, and more data is always better because it provides us with choices we wouldn't otherwise have. So that is on the feedback, the process, and how it will work. Culture Amp has a lot more features that can be utilized throughout the process. If you have any questions regarding the tool or other options, please reach out to the People Ops specialist or to your people business partner who is supporting your group. That was it for today. Thank you all for listening.